So if y'all get a chance to go on and answer, we want to answer our viewers. You know what I'm saying, when they got something to say. Don't answer like in no way to like you kind of like don't feel bashed.
Bro, you see we live, right?
Yeah, I know we live.
You know we live. You know he be doing shit like that.
Okay, I know you trying to start shit.
He be doing shit like that, Blacklist.
Yeah,
you gotta watch it. You gotta keep your eyes on the corners of the screen, man.
Hey, sneaky ass. Yeah,
y'all kids ain't down this time. That's
you
all.
You gotta watch it. You got to watch it, man.
I see. I see.
You gotta keep your eye. You gotta keep your head on the swivel around this.
That's why I tell him. That's why I ain't gonna say nothing greasy because I see we live.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your head on the swivel. All right, always. Man, let's get this started, man. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
All our illusions will get the parade, and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We say no.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to do it unless I had it. And remember, if they're talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason. Peace.
I love y'all.
The reasons that we feel this for.
Man, I'm surprised you ain't never got a copyright hit on that hook.
Huh?
You ain't never got a
No, it's no, it don't say nothing. I mean, I will if you be messing up, man. Hey, dog, we ain't had a problem in 2 years.
They don't get us, man.
Bruh, I'm shocked as hell, but okay.
It's only just that part. The reasons that we're here. That's it.
That shit worth a ton of money.
Bruh.
That shit worth a ton of money, them little words.
That's the church money right there.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely fucking with the church money right there.
Anyway, man, what's up, man? Welcome you guys to Reasons. All you people that's out there viewing and checking us out. We appreciate you guys tapping in. Yeah, this is a place where you can tell us your reasons about the topics that we're talking about today. I'm your boy Fuel in the house.
That boy in the building, you already know what type of time we on. We here.
What's up? What's up?
Black Lift here for your listening pleasure.
Let's get him.
Is that your new tag?
For your listening pleasure.
Listening pleasure. I like that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So we got a lot for you guys today. We're most definitely we need you guys to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button if you're watching. Follow button on Facebook if you're watching. You know what I'm saying? Share, all that good stuff. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do before we get into this. But we're talking about, man, today, I guess I'm just going to start off with the topics because you guys know the lineup already. So I'm going to go ahead and get it started, right? So there's this thing going, this video, of course, we always got to start with a video, where as this young man is still living with his mom at age 29 and the stepdad, or the boyfriend, I have to look and see when we pull it up, is pretty much one paying the bills in the house. So, he's basically making a stance on like, dang, when are you going to get out of here? You're 29 years old or whatever. You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do or whatever? So, so the question to this segment is, did you fail your kids if they don't have ambition to be on their own? How long would you let your kids freeload? All right. So here,
is he freeload? He got a job though, don't he?
No, we gonna hit the video, and I'm got to.
We're gonna see what he got. Let's see.
All right, here we go.
To kick 29-year-old stepson out. This happened. at some point he got to go.
Never no time.
I mean, at some point he
Never
got to
no
go.
time. We're talking about you grown and you gotta go somewhere. I told him, you understand, you ain't going no damn where. You go when you get ready.
Man.
He pays the boyfriend pays the bills, and the son is 29 years old, and he like they're in the kitchen arguing like the son like I ain't going nowhere, and the mama saying my son ain't going nowhere.
Right.
The boyfriend like nah, this is you handicapping this boy. He needs to get out. He needs to go out and get it. He can't be here, and I pay the bills.
Yeah.
And the mama gives like the dude like an ultimatum like, mate, you just leave. My son ain't going nowhere.
I just feel like you need to make your own way. That's what I want to walk through the house naked sometime, and there you go. You know, so
If anything, you can go now. How about that? How about that?
bills in here. Don't tell people how I go.
The thing is, like, I gotta fix my mama house. I gotta know my mama.
Period.
Man, you damn near 40 years old. Damn near it's time. That's pretty dude.
But you know what? When I met you, you was living with your mama.
Man, please.
Mm.
Now you
I'm
gonna tell
22
me.
years old.
Now you gonna tell me because he 29.
I ain't getting up. I'm getting up.
Who do you feel is
All right, guys.
Yeah,
It's like-
she said 39.
Right. Well, he's actually 29, but he was just kind of exaggerating after that.
Okay, yeah.
He's actually 29 years old. Shout out to TL Young Boss or whatever that posted that as well. You know, I like to give credit to those, you know what I'm saying, especially when we get on the topic. So what do you guys think? Who do you think is right? The mom, the dad, or the boyfriend or the son?
They all wrong.
You think they
That's a fucked up whole combination. Nah, Step Pops is. I mean, the thing is he obviously don't run shit in there, so he wrong for saying any damn thing. He should have just shut his damn mouth. No, obviously he ain't. What I mean is, see, you think of the sense of he was telling him right, but he was wrong in the sense of it didn't work. It didn't work.
Well, it might not have worked, but it might not have worked, but does it make it wrong though?
No. What I mean, it was wrong because he didn't get shit out of it. But he's probably not going to be living there anymore, and he still
Right.
pay all the bills.
Right.
So
Right.
the issue is two things. Was he already staying there before he got there? How long you been there? Because if that was their arrangement already, that's a whole nother thing. I don't want to say he necessarily handicapping them because other cultures do this shit all the time. Other cultures stay until they didn't damn near purchase their own home. So I feel like when it's African Americans, it's this sense of you need to go out and go do this and go do that, or because I'm not trying to handicap you. But in other cultures, people do this shit all the time until you're able and ready to purchase your own home. Now, if he's sitting his ass around on the couch, he ain't doing nothing, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
But if he doing something and that's how they have an agreement, the issue comes because he didn't talk to his woman about her son and blase. That's a whole other issue. And it goes back to our later on topic about a partnership and how they not in a partnership.
Go ahead. What
He just pay all the bills.
you
there,
got? What?
right? He just the motherfucker that live there.
So the number one thing, and it's kind of like what I told my wife. My son or my children are gonna come before her.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank and simple. Because look, that's my blood. They're my kids. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to parent them regardless. And so as long as that's understood from the jump, then that's something that needs to be hit upon. If he moved into her crib and then started paying the bills, the boyfriend, and they didn't have that understanding, that's where communication comes in. You know what I'm saying? Now, is the adult kid wrong? Sorta, but we need more context. Did he ever live outside the home and then shit just went sideways and he had to move back home?
No. From what I'm understanding from the context is that he's been living there forever, for long. He has never left. So basically,
So he was there when he moved in. Then.
basically,
Exactly. Then he knew what it was.
so this is
Yeah.
the thing. This my thing is this. Okay, first of all, it's her house, and
There it is.
in to her house or whatever, and she has no problem with her son being there. It's different if she was complaining to you like, hey, you know, I've been trying to talk to my son to leave, but he ain't blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Then you kind of trying to man up and then try to, you know, be on the page with her or whatever to help get him out, right? But that from the sounds of it, that ain't what it is, because obviously she don't have no problem with having him there. Now
she don't have no problem with having him
She
there.
already told her man he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
you can leave is what she told him.
And so where my light messing up? Anyway, so my thing is this. Even though she don't mind him being there, as a man that's in the house as well and paying the bills or whatever, I think he have a right to at least address the fact that you're a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? And at least make him feel like, you know what I'm saying, he needs to have a plan. Have a plan. What's your
Yeah, but that ain't his place because that ain't his daddy. And this is the thing. That's the thing. This is the thing about that, Phil. This is the thing. Hold on. He was already. Hold on. He was up. That's the thing, though. That don't necessarily matter in this case because that's between them two.
Yep.
Yeah, that ain't got shit to do with him.
He needed to go to her and talk to her about that.
As soon as he came in.
Exactly. You talked to her about that.
My therapist said front load the conversation.
Yeah,
that
talk
was
to
a front
her
load
about
conversation.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Facts.
I want to hear from our viewers. I want to hear what you guys think out there. As far as to me, I think the thing is kind of like, are we handicapping them though? You know what I'm saying? Are the parents handicapping them to stay that long and not have any responsibilities? Just basically freeloading. You know what I mean?
It goes back to what Willie was saying and what I was saying. It's all context. If that's the case, then you are hindering them.
Right.
But if you offering them a place to stay while they get their shit together, they going to school, they getting, I don't know how old they are.
Right.
If they getting their life together, that's really what a parent is supposed to do. Is provide that space and to be so you can be able to go out on your own.
True.
Sometimes parents don't have the financial stability when their child is young to help them, and when they older they do. Now, do I believe he should just be laying around sleeping on the couch? That's a whole nother context.
No.
But in his case, he don't have no respect in the house anyway. He came in as a nigga that just paid the bills. That was just the obvious look from me.
Like she said, nigga, when I met you, you was at your mama's house.
You was staying at your mama's house. So
that's number one.
He just basically moved in, so she never really cared about.
And number two, you being kind of the dad, the stepdad, or the boyfriend was being kind of petty.
You think so?
Yeah, if that's all he's worried about is walking around the house naked and all this other stuff, bro. Just live.
Because he never once really was like, look, brother, I think that you should be doing these things.
Right.
And it don't look like he's some upstanding gentleman either.
So
it just looked like he really said no.
Everything he was doing was for his own selfish reasons.
So you think
it has nothing to do with
putting him out the house wasn't legit. It wasn't real because he wasn't more so trying to have a conversation with him as to what he's going, what's his plans is, you know what I'm saying? And
he was not trying to guide him into manhood. He was trying to be petty and want to rock around with his balls out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it was a constructive talk to where it's like, okay, look, I'm your stepdad. Hey, check this out. Within the next 6 months, we need to try to figure out, you know, what's going to be best. You know, we can try to see if we can get you moving in the right direction to move out or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But all his points was petty.
Right.
I think he was just trying to. I think
some shit.
The real issue of that, exactly. I think he ain't getting no real respect in that house anyway. That's kind of what it looked like for me.
That's the first thing.
Anyway.
And to be honest with you,
And
that's
so I think that was just his way of kind of picking an argument with her and him, and just to create and just to have something to say, because he don't look like he don't have much to say in there anyway.
Bro, what I just say, Petty Roosevelt.
I mean, I could say, I think this. I think if you move in with someone, and if you're the one that's paying majority of the bills, of course you're gonna feel like you have some sort of say. You're gonna feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Now, how you presented the conversation has a lot to do.
Could have been way better. Yeah.
And the first thing that he should have done is had a conversation with her to see where she is at on that before you go on a video or whatever to see talk about anything. See where she is on it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So whatever pushback you're going to get from her, you're going to know it ahead of time and try to address this in a whole different way. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you look, if somebody's recording you or whatever the case may be, you most definitely want to try to present it in a different way. And so the lack of communication between him and the female or whatever is his first mistake. The second mistake is trying to boast on him paying the bills, because now you sitting here and act like, you know what I'm saying, I can't do shit without you. Oh no, you can leave, bounce.
Right.
Because I'm doing you a favor just as much as you're doing me a favor. You see what I'm saying?
And I mean, if you gonna try to shame these kids into leaving, man, you ain't finna shame that dude. He living rent free. Get out of here.
No, he wasn't shameful. He said he told you right. He told him off the dribble. He said,
nowhere.
I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
This is my mama.
Unless his mama say
he baby boy.
Exactly.
He baby boy there.
I can't say to be honest though, really when you look at it in a whole, it is a crutch for him, for the son. It is weakening him with ambition as to going out and doing things on his own. Now it was presented wrong. It came out wrong from this guy, but it's still, he has no ambition to do anything or to be, to have a plan. He ain't playing sports. He ain't doing, you know what I'm saying? He just come in and as you can see, he was in a refrigerator or whatever, just walking around or whatever the case.
He was drinking the lemonade, pink lemonade. He wild as hell.
Boy is more so like, well, damn, I can't even get no privacy up in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But
you don't deserve no privacy.
Obviously, look how long he's been there.
Exactly.
Look,
take your bill paying money and move out.
Yeah.
But apparently you realize that it's a little more expensive to live by yourself than to live in her crib.
Exactly. True.
Exactly.
If you live in California, that's for damn sure.
In most states, I don't care where you live. Well, unless you're in Alabama, Mississippi, but other than that,
Kansas City, it's cheap as hell in Kansas City.
Sort of, kind of, yeah.
But yeah, so I on my side, I would think that he had a point, but he presented it in the wrong context, in the wrong way.
He definitely had a point.
Yeah.
He had a point.
He presented it totally.
I just think that it's just seen different in our community and others, and I kind of brought that point up in the beginning. It's just like we don't really know the context. This motherfucker could be studied to be a doctor. He not, of course, but what I'm saying is, it's only with our people do we be so quick to kick a motherfucker out to the streets and make him go fend for.
Well, I mean, I'm
properly prepared.
I'm in that situation right now. I got a 25-year-old daughter that she's never moving out.
Yeah. Are we more biased towards the girls than we are for the boys? Because I think I would be.
I definitely would be.
When it comes to my daughter, it's kind of like stays alone, don't care. But if it came to my son, I'm kind of like, nigga, you got to go. You got to do something.
Hey,
look,
100%. I don't.
And son, don't get mad at me because I said that, because which my kids, they independent, man. They've been doing their own thing or whatever for for the longest or whatever. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they turned 18, they was doing their thing. You know what I mean? So and that was more so of what they've seen as with their parents or whatever, as to have that ambition to have their own and be on their own, that type of thing. So sometimes it's the example of the parents or whatever that gives those kids and I could be wrong. Y'all can tell me, audience, if y'all hear me. But it's sometimes the example of the parents or whatever put in place as to where kids can have ambition to leave or whatever and want to have their own thing. But sometimes some parents, and we do know there's a lot of families with parents where they kind of like, you know what, whenever he get ready, just whatever. And then sometimes that you look around and the kid's 30, 40 years old and he's still in your basement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, so I don't know. That's a tricky one.
But like you said, with girls we're a little different. But when it comes to dudes, hey, bro, you gotta look. My whole thing is, my house will always be available to you. It'll be open to you.
Definitely, yeah.
But my guy or my girl, you gotta at least try.
Put some effort in. Yes.
Put some effort into it. I need you to at least sign 1 12-month lease.
Yeah.
And see what's cracking in the real world.
Yeah, I'm the opposite of y'all. You leave my house, don't come back to this motherfucker. You take all the time you need, because when you pick up all your shit and leave out of here, you will not be coming back. Now you can come and stay for holidays, and if you out and down and shit on your luck, but you won't be coming back to this domicile. You have been evicted.
You know what? And example,
don't come back up in here. Take your time.
When we were younger,
get your job.
When we were younger,
career.
When we were younger, Sean, you remember David and June would always end up coming back to the house. And
nigga, I remember when Pam left for a minute with a boyfriend, and then she came right back, dog.
Pam and Tiny they didn't leave until like Tiny. Once Tiny left, she was gone.
Yeah, Tiny was gone, but Pam had a boyfriend, and she came back after like 20 minutes.
I hope y'all listening, y'all. I know y'all listening. I know Tiny is because she didn't know who you was last time.
I know.
Mom said, what we got? In other cultures, the children stay at home until marriage or careers are established. We absolutely kick our children out the nest quickly. Yes.
Yep. That's really what it is.
Yeah, that is really what it is.
That's just what it is.
But
but
try.
So it's just culturally.
Yeah. So
culturally, we
go ahead.
I was gonna just say. I'm sorry. I was gonna say culturally, we think it's making you tougher for the world. Right, that's because black people, that's how they was raised. So they was just thrown to the wolves, and it's a sink or swim. We got that sink or swim mentality. But the real reason why the others are able to do what they've been able to do is because they're all able to, stick here until you can, Poppy. Because when you leave here, you're gonna be established. You're gonna have your home. You're gonna have a family. You're gonna be good. You ain't gotta come back here. And guess what end up happening? When mama get old, she come live with them. They sell a house, wealth, right? And they pass that shit around. That's just how that shit go. With us, it's still this battle of Willie Lynch syndrome, right? Where you gotta go make it on your own. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? You 18, go fend for yourself or try for once. But in all actuality, every one of us could have took if a motherfucker was able to go to stay with his mom and had a plan.
Yeah.
Until he was 30.
Yeah.
Shit, he'd be in real good shape. Yeah. I'm just saying.
I think the main thing is it's nothing wrong. I don't think staying home if you have a plan.
If you're doing something.
But the thing is staying home without a plan, without any ambition to want to move, without any, you know what I'm saying, showing anything or whatever, or good, or having a decent job or getting a decent job so you can move and all that kind of stuff. That's the only problem. Other than that, whatever, if you got a plan, you know what I'm saying, that I'm supporting you. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't have a plan, then yeah, we got a problem. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care. Like I said, my big thing is you look, I had, like I said, and this ain't no bragging no shit like that, but I got a 5-bedroom house. So if somebody needs to come and stay, okay, it's cool. But what's not gonna happen is you ain't gonna live scot-free. Today is the day you motherfuckers gonna kick in.
Yeah. Something, you know what I'm
feel
saying?
Me? Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
When you get to a certain point, if you're kicking in, okay, cool. But what I also want you to do is I want you to put some money aside to save, to move, to do what you got to do. But you need to realize that life ain't free. And I mean, even though I can afford the mortgage by myself or whatnot, you got to kick in. I'm sorry, you ain't finna be in my fridge eating out of hog maws and all that. You know what I'm saying? I want some of them pig's feet.
Y'all eat hog maws and pig feet still, dog?
No, but see, that's kind of what I was saying though. That's kind of culturally, and I feel like in other cultures they see it different.
What's up, Simmons?
They see it is shit. They may take your rent, and then when you get ready to move out, they may give that shit back to you as a down payment on you. With us,
exactly.
It's really going. Culturally, it's just a little different, and I just feel like
I want to make this a point though, because when we always say with us, and almost sound like we always bash in our own race, which is not, because I mean we do have of course, you know, families and that do
Marlon,
you know what I'm saying?
Marlon.
Yeah, that basically do that.
Marlon.
It's just kind of like the majority. I don't need to say the majority, because I think things are different now. Excuse me. I think things are different now.
I think that's a post-slavery mentality. I really do.
Maybe.
I think that's post 1865 thinking. I just think that because everybody needs help, man. And nobody should be thrown out at 14, 15 to go fend for themselves. Yes, they did it.
No.
But what I'm saying that to say, even that way, that's even with that statement you made, that's passed down, man. That's generational. It's just a thought process that we have. And so you got to think about that's coming from a 16-year-old, a 15-year-old. My grandma and them had apartments at 15, 14, 17. You get what I'm saying? So it's just a different mindset. They were still kids having to fend for themselves. And that's not the right mentality to have, because they could have went so much further in their lives if they would have stayed home, if their parents did not push them out the nest as much as they did. Now you had some of the exceptions who did leave home early or didn't have a home and were able to succeed. But the success rate statistics show that people who stay home after 18 are more likely to succeed. Now, in his case, his issue is that his mother don't make him do shit because she want him around.
Yeah.
This is a different case. In other cases,
from the gist of the conversation is the fact is when she was like, nigga, you can leave, that's obviously saying something about their relationship.
Of course.
Why don't you leave? Like, nigga, we must not be on real good terms or whatever, and we definitely ain't on the same page. If you're sitting here talking about my son leave, you know what I'm saying? My son's gonna be here before be through it all, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can come and go. I can get a man here or there, whatever. You know
exactly. Exactly.
Read that one, Woody. Mom's hit.
All right, fly, get your wings, which is one thing I totally misunderstood about raising children. And it's why we have so many challenges and hurdles in life as Black people. Feel sometimes they don't know yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is true. Sometimes they don't know yet, you know. But hey, you know,
especially when you got a mama like that. And this is the thing. I'm not trying to be funny, but he got a mama like that. Shit, he's 29 in age, but he may be 22 in mental stability and mental capacity, because of the way she's been enabling him.
True.
Right? In the sense of not making him go do shit, because she could be one of them mean ass mamas to say, get your ass on the street, and if you go get a job or I'm gonna kick you out. That ain't the right way either. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. He needs what old boy was trying to do, but in a different way.
Right.
He needs a somebody to see and say, hey, this is the right way to do it. This is what we're doing over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this is what men are doing.
But the bottom line is that ship has sailed and that dude ain't going nowhere.
Oh no. Pitch a tent. Pitch a tent and pay the bills and shut up.
Bottom line is for a discussion like that, dealing with somebody and their kids is to first talk to that parent, the other, you know what I'm saying, your significant other,
you gotta put
separately.
You gotta
put that on the table. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're feeling so uncomfortable that you can't walk around naked or whatever like you want to do, which is probably a feeling that you've been having, you know what I'm saying? And you didn't bring it to the wife, be like, damn, I can't walk around. Your son's here, blah, 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 whatever. Then y'all had that conversation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you won't have to have that conversation with him, or at least see how she's feeling about having her kid around. You know what I'm saying? She could have some sort of insecurities or whatever the case, where she feel like, you know, men run in and out of her life or whatever the case may be. And she knows her son is going to be there to protect her for a certain reason. You know what I mean? You just never know. So if you didn't have that conversation with her or whatever the case may be, don't come at my kid just all willy nilly, right?
And then if dude,
point what you're trying to get to, but yet you didn't go about it right. That's all
if dude pull around, if dude mess around and burn out, then the son's going to pick that slack up.
Right, exactly.
But she'll have that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, either or. Like I said, even if he don't pick it up or whatever, she knows what she got to do to make her ends meet. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Period. You know what I'm saying? And if she can freely tell him to leave right out a point right there, doing what
he ain't the only one paying bills around there. Somebody else paying bills too.
Exactly. Yep.
Yep. Paying all the bills, nigga. She done saved money to, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga,
exactly. Hey, she got 2 separate bank accounts, fool.
Right.
She figured it out.
She got 2 separate bank accounts that you don't know nothing about.
Mom says facts fuel. Yes, indeed. All right, man. We just get into this next one, man. You know, we got to do like we always do. We got to get the black history of, history of blackness in this week. And like Fat Boy got one today. What we got, man? What we got today,
man? This week we have a special one this year. I mean, this year. This week we have a special one. We have Jeanette Jo Epps, an American aerospace engineer and NASA astronaut. Yeah, I dug in the crates on y'all ass. Yeah, I brought an astronaut. And guess what? Because I got to go when she was born. Listen, y'all, she lives. Mm-hmm. This is not no. This is no. Because we always hit y'all with the 1800s, and we hit you with something new. But she was born in in Syracuse, New York. She went to school to Lemoyne College, and then she went to the University of Maryland, where she got a master's and her PhD and degree in aerospace and engineering. Yeah. And engineering. You heard me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you heard me. She also she also graduated from the 20th class of NASA astronauts in 2011. She is she's known for her tenacity. It's only 2 women to do it. She's one other woman, and she's the first Black woman to ever go into these space-like environments, where real condensed environments called Cave 19. You Google it, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Where it's like space atmosphere. She was actually on the she's actually a flying astronaut. She actually was on the SpaceX shuttle that shot up to the that went to space, that launched. I'm gonna get the date. I gotta get the date, y'all. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Let me pull the date up for y'all real quick. Fuel ain't got us looking down, so I can't.
I know you got to hold it in front of you.
I got all we holding in front of it says that she was in 20, like I said, she completed in 2011. Then she made the when did she lift the shuttle? Hold on, y'all, 1 second.
In 20 minutes, she was training, including extensive Russian spacewalk and robotics.
Yeah, no, not that. I'm not talking about that. She was a part of the SpaceX crew for Expedition 70. That's what I wanted to tell y'all. So she was she was one of the ones who launched out of Hawthorne right there, which made her an astronaut. And now in 2022, just recently, she's also a part of the ISS, which is called a
International Space Station.
International Station. Thank you. Took the word
now,
right
what is it? There's something that's coming up in the next month or two, right? Or the beginning of the year that she's going to be a part of a shuttle, takeoff, or whatever they call it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. She's going to launch to the International Space Station.
That's what they're
in space. Yeah. So that's what she headed to. She's one of the, I think, first or second Black woman to ever do. I think she's the first Black woman to ever do it, the second woman to do that as well. Mm-hmm. So yeah, shout out to her. So that's Jeanette Jo Epps, an American aerospace engineer and NASA astronaut.
That's what's up. That's history and blackness, baby. Hey,
your favorite.
Good job, dog. Appreciate it.
I'm sorry, y'all. Good. I couldn't look down too much. Motherfucking
y'all missed. I said don't look down. Like say like while you was doing your part. while you doing your part, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want us to be looking down. That's what I was saying. I don't know why I'm
I lost my
Ah,
damn. Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
oh, okay.
okay.
I lost my damn thought. I lost my training. Got me looking up
I
and
didn't
looking down,
want
looking
to be
retarded and
disrespectful,
shit
like I'm
here.
not paying no attention to what you're saying. If I'm doing this while you talking,
Okay.
kind of like, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I don't want to
Mhm.
do that. You know what I mean? That's the
Okay.
and plus, you know, I
But
show love to my
but yeah,
wife.
no, shout out her. Make sure y'all do y'all history. Like I
Mhm.
said, Expedition 70, SpaceX, first black woman to join the International Space Station.
Mhm.
Just an all around incredible woman. Born native here and is still alive and an active astronaut today.
Yeah.
So man, that's dope as hell. And shout out to her, man. Shout out to her for being awesome.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I don't know. Did you see? I don't know if you read up or whatever, but it said she had a twin.
I didn't see that. I didn't go that far in there.
It said
She got a twin?
She got a twin, but I don't know what the twin do. I don't know if she's in the same business or what.
She's probably a genius
They were
too.
both-
Remember, we was just talking about this.
They're
I was
both
just telling you
geniuses,
about this.
man.
We was talking about how the sisters is winning, man. Sisters is really getting. Sisters is really.
If you look at it,
sisters is really getting it right
no,
now.
if you look at it though, and back in the day, and we're just now learning a lot of history of black women that's basically, you know, has been making a mark in certain areas in the industries or whatever the case may be, which was basically one of the first ones, although it wasn't getting the recognition at the time because they were women. You know what I mean? That's why you see these movies coming out or whatever, giving them recognition or whatever about, as you know, aircraft, space, base, whatever y'all call it. What do y'all call it? I ain't into that stuff so much. So
Aerospace engineering.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That
Mhm.
you know, so she's not the only one, of course. You know what I'm saying? So there's been history of black women doing their thing for a lot.
Of course.
So have y'all seen the movie Hidden Figures?
Hidden Figures, absolutely. That's why that was the
Yeah.
first thing I'm thinking about.
Yeah, the NASA program.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And that's why I said they just now starting to get that recognition, man. So it's cool that we're giving her flowers now. You know what I mean?
No, shout out to her though.
Yeah.
Miss Epps.
All right, man. Let's get into this next one. Impact of social media on modern relationships. Impact of social media on modern relationships. Has it affected you in any way? Who want to go?
No.
first?
Me?
Who want to go first?
No.
Remember me last year? And I took a picture.
The picture? What do you mean?
That's
a picture.
That's the stuff I'm talking about. When you you take a picture, and or you liking too many females' pictures, or you know what I'm saying, you a little too chatty with this this female on Instagram.
Yeah, that can get you in trouble.
and- Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
say for me personally, no, it hasn't affected my relationship because
no, not mine.
We communicate about all this stuff, and I mean,
in the beginning,
yeah, in the beginning. Well, like I said, we met through a dating app, so therefore, you know, we're familiar with, you know, the internet, connectivity with through the internet, through apps, through stuff like that. So the social media thing, for me, it's not an issue. But trust me, I have friends that it's definitely an issue because, like you said, you know, if you be on there, you liking too many dudes' stuff or liking too many females' pictures, and next thing you know, it's an argument, it's a fight, stuff's going on. So yeah, it definitely has a big effect on, and I'll say, younger people's relationships.
Really?
I say period. I say period.
Yeah. Yeah, social media can have both positive and negative effects on relationships and communication. Some of the positive effects include capturing memories, fostering long distance connections, encouraging frequent communications, discovering interests, meeting new people, staying in touch with old and new as far as the family, that type of thing or whatever. So, you know, that's one of the positive things. But some of the negative effects include decrease in emotional wellness, lower satisfaction, and negative relationship outcomes. The impact of social media relationships may depend on how people use it and balance it with their personal time. You know, I think it can be bad. And I see what you're saying as far as the newer generation.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because the newer generation, that's all they basically know.
Yeah.
So with that generation, they're all constantly trying to keep up with the Joneses, or say if they got a toxic family or a toxic girlfriend or something like that or whatever. Instead of keeping it personal and in house, they want to put it on social. You know what I'm saying? And and once you put it on social media, that escalates the whole situation a whole lot more, and even a whole lot worse, to where now you even seeing people getting killed doing live shows, or killed doing or doing their little recordings on Instagram or Facebook and stuff like that. So so I think it is a positive and a negative to it or whatever. For us, me being older, whatever the case would be, it's kind of like, y'all remember when we used to, we can be at the grocery store, or we can be at the gas station, or we can be, see old girl walking down the street, and we gonna holler and be like, hey, well, what's the deal? What's your name? Can I get your number? It's either a yes or no, get out my face, or whatever the case would be. But now, we get so to speak, hide behind social media, just by texting something or whatever, It's not so close and personal or whatever, like it used to be or whatever, which I thought was better,
You still got to be able to talk, though.
Yeah,
I still feel like you still got to know how to talk.
But you know what I'm saying?
I think that's what this culture. I think this culture
it
kind of.
crutches
I mean,
you from
this era now,
Mhm.
they still. That's kind of what they battle with, right? Is that the communication side of you still in person.
Mhm.
When I get now, I can fluff the shit all I want over text, but at some point,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to be in front of each other.
Right.
And when we're in front of each other, you're gonna have to be able to say something. You're gonna have to have some conversation. You're gonna have to be quirky and funny and all of these things.
Mhm.
So all of the shit you trying to avoid that you think you avoiding online, it all it's gonna happen if you ever meet the person in face to face. So
Right.
I say that to say, yeah, no, right? I think that you can say it does, but at the end of the day, you still got to meet face to face. And when you meet face to face, you have to have all the qualities that you had to have in the no phone era. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you even like so let's say Black Liffy, even with me, like we met our women off of social media, or off of dating,
Apps.
right?
Yeah,
off
dating
of,
apps.
Off
Yeah.
of apps, right? Off of dating apps, right? But when he got to the coffee spot and I got to the Mexican restaurant, we had to talk.
Yeah.
Right? We could have.
Yeah.
Now I could have finessed it all day, but I had to have an interesting conversation.
Mhm.
Right? He definitely had an interesting conversation because he's married to her.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? So he had to have a real interesting conversation. So I think that to just go on your point, I think that it's really the same thing. It's what social media does. What it does with everything is it puts a band-aid or it blankets things, right? It makes it seems like it's a reality, but it's really not. To be the coolest dude in the world, but when I get in front of her, if I'm not the coolest dude in the world, she's gonna see that I'm a lame, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So it's that's what I do think how social media impacts modern relationships, because I'm able to pretend all of this time, but when it's time to actually be myself, it's very difficult to do. Not because we could always talk about the negative side of the pictures and everything, but I think that people so used to living too damn lives, man. And you know what I mean? And so it's hard to live the real life in a relationship and then be here. And to answer your question, it has affected me at times because I'm always on my YouTube or something. So
let me ask y'all this: is it ever do you ever feel like that by using it's a crutch, or it's a screen to be able to use social media in certain aspects when it comes to your relationship?
Not for me.
When it comes to even first dating, you know what I'm saying? Say for instance, or whatever, instead of having a conversation, you're either texting, back and forth or whatever the case would be, and not having real conversation. And then sometimes you misread whatever's in that text.
That's a good question.
So I know that that's a fact for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing I'm going to say is that we're focusing on like romantic relationships, but on our relationships, this is an issue because like just like you said, I have a friend right now right? That's beefing with her daughter, and they beefing on Facebook.
Oh,
See,
hell
yeah.
no.
You
See,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's the
Yeah,
part.
yeah. They beefing on Facebook, and I'm like, bitch, can't you call her? I mean, why y'all gotta put this?
Right,
You know, why y'all gotta
Put
put
this
all
shit
this
out like
stuff
that. Yeah.
on
right.
Facebook? I'm like, okay, y'all beefing, but you'll never know what my mother did to me, my ungrateful daughter, this. And I'm like, wow, y'all really going at it on Facebook for
Right.
everybody to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes
And you know,
zero sense to me.
yeah. And I think a part of that is because sometimes people, like, you know, instead of being able to be in their face and talk to, they use that as a crutch to hide. You know what I'm saying? You're hiding, you're saying all you want to say on Facebook or on social media or whatever. You get more, even cockier than you probably would in your mama's face. You know what I'm saying? On Facebook or whatever the case may be, but really not realizing you really escalating the problem a whole lot bigger, because now you got other people keying in on
Chiming in. Yeah.
on the conversation, chiming in on who's right, who's wrong, you know what I'm saying? And disrespecting even probably you and your mama. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Because now, you know, you done let the world see it, just like we do with celebrities. When you put your business out in the street, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna get, you know, it's gonna escalate into something bigger.
And that's exactly what's happening, man. Because I mean, I look at the daughter's post, right? And like her little girlfriend's just chiming in, girl, F that B, girl. You know, you don't need that. Why you know, yeah, she wrong. Why you this? Why you that? And I'm like, okay, y'all don't even know the whole story. You were getting just a
but see,
piece of the context.
It go back to what I was saying, man. It's all real shit. It's all the same. Like I said, it's just people doing shit they wouldn't do, right? It just gives people. I don't even necessarily people think to hide, right? Because they ain't hiding. They're not necessarily gonna see you in face to face, but in this case, they will. I just think it gives people a sense of bravery because they don't have to be the real them.
True, right.
That's just really what it is.
Yeah,
you just don't have to be your real self. So
Right.
I could talk all of this shit because I know when I see my mama, I ain't gonna do a damn thing.
No.
I could talk all this shit when I see my daughter. I know I ain't gonna discipline her, obviously, because that's why she disrespected me.
Yeah.
Right. I could talk about all of these things, right? But I can't. I don't have to really do anything.
And
Right.
Michelle says yes, between social media and texting, people can hide behind the keyboard, etc. You don't get the feel of a conversation.
Exactly.
And I had a saying, and I told my wife and I told my kids, you cannot express tone over a text message.
No, not at all.
You cannot express tone over a Facebook post, an Instagram post. You cannot express how you actually feel, because you could say something that was meant as a joke, but as you text it, oh, you coming at me.
Or
tone does not
you
convey.
can be serious about something or whatever, but trying to hide behind the conversation with a LOL, like you laughing, and you ain't really laughing.
Exactly.
That too.
Exactly.
That's why I say it's really all fake and phony.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what it does to just relationships, period. It just waters them the fuck down. Because you're trying to be something you is, you taking pictures talking about relationship goals, or you taking pictures to talk about BFF forever. And as soon as they leave, you doing whatever you do on your side. You're talking about them behind their back. You know, that's the new social media world. You know what I'm saying? So to answer the question, I do think that it impacts relationships on all aspects, like you said, not just romantic, but platonic relationships as well. I think it just impacts them all because it doesn't allow people to be who they want. It allows people to be who they want to be and not who they really are.
True. Yeah, that's what I get from it as well. But being that, you know, we're in the age of dating on, you know, well, at least I am. I'm the only one singles, I guess, here. So
that's because you're picky, man.
I'm not picky, dog. I'm not picky.
Hey, man, look. Hey, fat boy. You got to be picky because this could be the last one. So you got to,
What could be the last one?
I'm talking about it could be the one for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? You got to be picky because if you're looking for something.
I've been in a hopeful situation in the last month, so it didn't work out. So I think I'm over it. I'm over I'm not gonna let my wife find me. I mean, look for my wife. I'm gonna let her find me. That's all I am. I think that's where I'm getting at right now.
Okay.
I'm tired, dude. I'm tired. It's kind of
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, a lot is entailed by conversations with people once you meet them after dating online or meeting them online and stuff like that. A lot of the basic shit, sometimes you could be on point with, and you can be, on the same page. But then when you get to the real grit part of real life, where are we going in the future? Where are we going financially? Where we at? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with me to where I can help you now? What's going on with you that you can help me now, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And until you really find that person, it's kind of like, okay, I see what you're doing. All right, let me do this. Let you know what I'm saying? Let me take this part off of you, and vice versa. I see what you're doing. Let me, handle this part for you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't found that. You know what I'm saying? It's been more so of what you got as opposed to what the other one has. And then, it's no real conversation on coming together and bringing it together, and sometimes, I believe a lot of women that I've dated has been through a lot, been through something, especially at our age, to the point where they're kind of, trying to take their time and make sure, because, whoever they were with before, messed them up. You know what I'm saying? And they don't, they're scared. They're scared to pull that trigger. Don't want to do that no more. You know what I'm saying? And want to go through that or whatever. They've had people that, from what I've met, that's had men that just didn't appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. I've had women that didn't appreciate me. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know how to get there to appreciate each other. You see what I'm saying? It's confusing and hard because I'll probably standoffish a little bit, and that person probably standoffish a little bit.
So what you're talking about is part of what me and my wife discuss all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's relationship PTSD.
Oh, PTSD?
Yes, because it was traumatic stress. It's post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD.
All right.
So a lot of women have that. A lot of men have that, and it's literally proven. And so that's something that. So my wife's previous husband did some dirty shit.
Right.
And so I have to be more understanding, because I understand that, look, my wife did some dirty shit to me.
Right.
I got PTSD, but not nowhere near as bad as her.
Right.
So I have to understand and work through that PTSD that she has.
Right.
People always associate that with war and all this other stuff, but no, PTSD, stress happens on a daily basis.
True.
Yeah.
Everybody can have that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is. And so you're right, Fuel. You got some PTSD, you got some trauma.
Yeah.
You got to work through.
Yeah. I've gotten to the point where I've gotten more so of trust issue now.
And that's part of your PTSD.
Part of it, exactly. That's part
of trust issue.
I don't.
But that's what I was saying. That's part of what make you picky, though. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like you kind of like on the fence. It's like you don't really, because I deal with that a lot. Like even in my relationship now, I deal with the relationship PTSD.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just because I've been through a lot of bad relationships. But then what I've learned is the combination of that and not properly addressing the little boy inside you as well, right? All of that shit kind of piled on that, and then trying to grow with somebody, that shit makes you even more fearful. So that could make you be like, well, they could be almost everything you want, but then it'd be one thing they do, and then that'll just knock it all out. And what I'm learning in my journey is just, it ain't gonna be perfect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the best thing to do is find someone that genuinely rock with you for you, and then everything will come out in the rinse or the wash. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I think what we do is we be waiting for it to become perfect,
Yeah.
or for them to show all the signs we need them to show. But I think a lot of those things and what I'm learning in my relationship, and I'm pretty sure Black Liv can contest to this, is just that a lot of that shit is learned along the way, right? You cannot, a lot of the shit she needed to work on with Black Liv, right? Because of her past relationship. And same here, a lot of the shit I need to work on with my girl, because if I don't work on it with my girl, I'm going to continue to bring it with me to the next relationship, like I've been doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think that a part of the of having a trust issue is not understanding, well, I'm going to be hurt. You're going to be hurt. You're going to go through these emotional things. You're going to go through the things, but you can't put that same fear on a new person that you brought from the other person.
So how soon is too soon to basically let out your laundry, so to speak?
I wouldn't even say it's necessarily. My therapist say front load everything.
My response is from the beginning, because like I'm gonna tell you right now. So my wife and I, it will be going on 5 years this year, right? And I'm telling you, she has actually said that because of her PTSD, she keeps waiting for me to change. To not, you know what I mean, to not be the nice guy that I am. She keeps like she
thinking she's still feeling
exactly
gonna come. This shit
exactly. It's exactly. When is he gonna come? When is he gonna snap?
When he gonna do that bullshit?
Right. When that bullshit gonna come up? And it's like, so like if I go out and like I buy myself a new Apple Watch, right? That shit'll kind of trigger her, because her previous husband, this motherfucker, was taking the bill money and going to play golf.
Using secrets,
you know what I'm saying? And doing all kind of crazy stuff. So there are things that we had to work through and we had to talk through when it comes to that PTSD.
Yeah.
And that's what it comes to when you have to understand each other. But that's when it comes down to, as I said, and like Fat Boy said, bro, you got to front load everything.
Gotta front load that shit,
because when something comes out later,
right,
that's when that PTSD is really gonna kick in.
Yeah, true.
But a lot of it, this is the thing I'm learning is
go ahead.
Black Liv is hard, and I'll read it first. Mom says, wow, Jeezy, she says, wow, Jeezy was just talking about something similar on his sit down. Good stuff, you guys. Thank you, moms. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Damn, I didn't want to do that.
You
lost my thought. Where was we going? What was it saying?
We were talking about front loading.
Okay, yeah. But what I've learned is it's good to put things on the table, right? Hold on 1 second. Hold
on. He in trouble. Here you go. Hey, PTSD just kicked in.
Yeah, she about to get in your ass. That's what that is.
Yeah, you lying, but now.
Before you say,
exactly.
You're about to say, come here, come here. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, you ain't never did that. You lying son of a gun.
No. I had
to say. Let me come here.
It was bleeding through the mic. Y'all didn't hear it?
He was bleeding. Hey, Liv. She was outside doing this.
Hey, come here. Let me holler at you.
I was saying that
I'm just teasing.
It's hard to front load everything, right? Because what I'm learning is a lot of those traumas don't arrive or don't arrive until they happen. So I agree with Black Liv.
Hold on. You said they don't arrive until they happen?
Until they actually happen, until they occur.
Right. So what he's saying is that PTSD may not kick in until something like what I said. If I went out and bought a watch, then it would trigger her. It would trigger her like, this motherfucker, he's spending money.
He's spending the money.
Right. He's spending all the money. And the bill may not be paid.
And now she has to boom. Now she got to contribute. Now she got to put that with that. Oh shit. Oh, that's what. And now, if they don't talk about it, right. If they don't address that, she doesn't acknowledge the fact that it is her past trauma that made her think like he fucking off the money.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Right. But she wouldn't have been triggered by that if he would have bought something else, or he would have did something else, right? She wouldn't have been triggered by that. Right. It was a specific thing that's from her past that triggered her. Right. So you can front load as much as possible. But what I've learned in the relationship I'm in is a lot of shit is really instinctual. you kind of got to learn on the fly. Because I could front load a lot of shit, but then I can get in a relationship and then realize that the way she washed dishes triggers the shit out of me because I got my ass whooped in the kitchen one night. And that was how my mom was doing the dishes.
If the dishes was too
and
damn loud.
I'm just using not my mama, not saying my mama whooped my ass in the kitchen. I'm just using that as a, or even in a past relationship, if I'm a battered woman, right? The way he washes dishes or the way he snaps in the kitchen could send me for a loop because my ex-husband used to beat me in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? So you won't know that that's a trigger until it actually happened. So I agree with front load and everything, but I also know that a lot of that shit is in a moment. And if you don't have if you don't have trust down pack, or if you don't have your emotions in line, that's what could make you picky. That's what could make you run away, and then that will make you continue to run and continue to go to the same issues, because you're not running from the person, you're running from yourself, because those triggers are going to continue to trigger until you address them. And that's what I'm learning. Each time a new trigger come, I have to address them.
Mom said, you have PTSD and you're waiting for others for the shoe to drop, but you have to be open and transparent as much as possible. And you have to learn on trust yourself and your partner. Learn on trust.
That's exactly right, Mom. And that's what I was saying, which is what I told y'all like several weeks ago.
Right?
What I told you several weeks ago. Yeah, you have to work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you're the man that you present to her every day. You know what I'm saying? Now there's gonna be some time.
Make sure that she's do you feel like, without being like hovering or pushing buttons or whatever, do you make sure that she is working on herself because of that situation? Say for instance, like Fat Boy, he goes to therapy. You know what I'm saying? And that shows that he's working on whatever issues that he have, whatever. But do you actually, kind of like monitor, like if she's working on those issues that you feel that's causing her to have those PTSD?
Do I monitor it?
Yeah,
no.
No,
I don't know. So the wording that you use, do I monitor it? No. But when I see it, when I see it, I communicate with her.
Gotcha.
And we discuss that, and we work through that together. That, okay, babe, okay, I know you freaking out, but let me explain to you exactly what happened, how it happened, how we're still okay. Everything is cool. You know what I'm saying? You just have to talk through everything. You can't let stuff build up. You can't, let her get in her feelings to where it's like, okay, this motherfucker, he finna act a fool. You know what I mean? You just have to be proactive.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. You have to know the signs. You have to know your wife, know your partner, know enough to when you see them tension up.
Yeah.
Like she waiting on the backhand, and it's like, okay, look, baby, I ain't gonna put my hands on you.
Never do no shit like that.
Right. I ain't never gonna put my hands on you.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've been in the situation. What's up? Hicks, Sharon's in the house. Cousin Sharon.
Watch out there.
Lawrence, what's up? I see you. Tap in on the conversation. Tap in on the conversation. We're talking about the impact of social media and modern relationship, or has it affected you in any kind of way? And for some reason we got into my dating life, so
I don't know. Yeah, we did jump on in there, huh?
I know.
We went to a whole topic.
Hey, it's our love, cuz we're trying to help you out.
We're trying to get you out of there, man.
I mean, what I'm saying? I don't act like I know everything when it comes to relationships. You know what I'm saying? I've been learning as well as and then just by you guys' relationship. I mean, I've had probably in my whole life one good successful relationship, I would call it, and that's because the only reason we ended up breaking up was just because I moved here. Basically, it was because I moved here. You know what I'm saying? And we had this situation or whatever. It was a situation that just couldn't be helped or whatever. But I've had a healthy relationship before. You know what I mean? But I'm learning a lot now. Older, I've earned. Would you say, dog?
This is my first one. And when I say healthy relationship, he talking about communicating all the time. Really, talking about trigger moments and all of that shit. Yeah, I ain't never did this. This is very these are uncharted waters. I don't care how many women I done dated, I talked about. I am unprepared for this shit, y'all. I'm just
but you just like you said, I mean, like some of the stuff that we talked about now, I didn't talk about back then.
No,
you know
for
what I'm
sure,
saying?
for sure.
You know,
because men were not supposed to be in touch with their feelings.
No,
true.
no.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just becoming less physical as well because everyone depends on social media and texting. That's true. Less hugs, less kisses, because folks use emojis instead.
No, for real. No, for real. You get I emoji you to death.
Who's Facebook user? Who is that? Yeah. We need to know who you are, Facebook user. Real, but sometimes y'all be hiding. I don't know. I want to know how it is that Black Lift and Fat Boy both found amazing relationships on a dating app. What app is this?
I was on Hinge.
I'm not even gonna lie. I was on Tinder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that was probably when Tinder was actually.
Yeah, when that was back when Tinder was good.
Yeah.
Tinder now is all about hookups. Tinder ain't. Yeah, you ain't finding no relationship on Tinder.
When it started off. Look, plenty of fish would hook up. Tinder's used to be the hookup, and then it started going into the relationship. Now it's like the
then all the prison dudes took over Plenty of Fish. They took over POF so fast. All the penitentiary dudes is on there. My cousin, he in the jail. He like, boy, you need to get on Plenty of Fish. I said, what the Plenty of Fish?
Man, Plenty of Fish, man. That was the whole site for like a long time.
Yeah, he said Plenty of Fish, bro.
I ain't been on there
man.
I've been on there since the last girlfriend I had or whatever.
I ain't been on Plenty of Fish since I was working in Houston.
We should do an episode.
What's that?
Dating apps. Which ones are good? How much they cost?
Let's see if we can get somebody a date on the dating app. How about that?
See if we can get somebody a date with our advice. I got some advice. For all men, if you look at
anybody out there and want three, look, if somebody's out there that want 3 men's advice as to if this is a good person to take on for a date or consider on the date, a first date or whatever, even just a first meetup. And it has to be you got to be meeting up somewhere safe in public or whatever. You know, we're not going to recommend you to go somewhere by yourself. Be somewhere public. But you know what I'm saying? If y'all got that, hit us in the email at firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? And Oh, and also we're gonna get into this last topic, but I wanted to too also leave our number. So if somebody do want to call in, which I should have did earlier, whatever, if anybody wanted to call in on the show, y'all can actually hit us up at 818-738-5683. That's 818-738-5683. That's LOVE if y'all don't know if y'all can spell. Anyway, definitely, hit us up. And we got something for you. So
man, you got the domestic violence line up again.
Oh shoot, I did it again.
Yeah,
whatever, man.
all my battered people.
That's the same note. Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
Right? All the numbers.
My bad.
There you go.
My bad. All right. Let's get into this next one, man. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Did I pull up the right one?
We kind of loosely been talking about this whole show, really.
We've been the true definition.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for a while.
What we just basically talked about is basically that, you know what I'm saying? But what we haven't talked about is balancing the work, life, and love, in a relationship. Here, like you guys have anything on how to balance that?
I think go ahead, Black Lift, because I don't
because I don't have a job, so y'all go on ahead. Y'all.
I mean, but what about just life situation and stuff? How do you balance it? How you balance the and keep the romance is basically what I want to know. Like how do you?
For me, it comes down to it's just like I said, and I've said this before. People are brought into your life for either a lesson or a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a lesson or a blessing. And so, like my first wife, I can't stand her, whatever. We was married for 29 years, whatever. But the one thing that I can say is that she taught me, or the stuff she did made me a better man now.
Mm-hmm.
And part of the things that I really know or really understand is that keeping the romance is simple. The same things that you did to get her are the same things you need to do to keep her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
When I open the door for my wife on the car, I started that out. I'm gonna continue that.
I still do that. Yeah.
When I open the door to the house, I'm the first one in with my, with my gat, whatever. I continue that.
Right.
When we going in the mall, I'm opening that door and I'm holding that door.
Right.
And she's walking in. You feel me? I mean, it's and people make it seem like it's so hard.
No,
it's not.
absolutely
It's
can.
simple.
Yeah.
The same things you did to get that person, do it to keep them.
And I could be a witness to that as well too, because I've actually tried to outdo myself or whatever, knowing that I couldn't keep it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Yeah,
That's the problem.
Exactly. So
I think we've all done that. I
yes,
think men do that shit all the time.
Once it start falling off, then of course that's when the relationship start falling, because you kind of like, this ain't this ain't how you was when we first met. You know what I'm saying? And when that kicks in, you already know the relationship is not going to last long at all.
But that being said, if you can't keep it up, don't do it. Don't start it.
That part.
Yeah.
Oh, you trust? I learned. I'm learning.
Yeah. Don't start it.
I know. This is when I was like in my little late 20s, early 30s. You know what I'm saying? I learned.
And I mean, like I said, it's simple. It's so funny to me. I'll be at the mall or something like that, and I'll see these people that are together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the dude's walking 6 feet ahead of his girl, and she all the way behind, just lagging. And I'm like, bro, why you walking in front of your lady like that?
You be kidnapped her.
You need to walk side by side.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Don't be too fast. Don't be too slow. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. You're gonna get there,
right?
I don't. And like you said, if you can't keep it up, don't start it. But if you start it and you can keep it up, then you need to keep it up.
Oh yeah. And I mean, and the things that you really want to do, this is kind of my advice. Things that that comes natural to do, especially if it's been chivalry, having good chivalry towards your significant other, etiquette towards the significant other, whatever. You keep those things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's natural or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's work or anything, or feel like that you have to keep up this facade or whatever in order to, stay with this person. So anybody that's dating me now, I'm broke and you paying. No, I'm just kidding.
Definitely ain't gonna get no damn date now, Phil.
Yeah. The Facebook user said, and if you don't have the ability to keep it up, don't even start.
Don't even start it. Exactly. Facebook user, give us a name.
That's my thing, though, y'all. I kind of want to touch on that. I think a lot of times, I don't think you thinking of it in that sense, right? Because you either think of it in two ways. You either think you're trying to get some ass, or you're just trying to, like Phil said, you're just trying to top yourself. I don't think you thinking that you're building a foundation on what's to come, right? I don't think it's a precursor. I think we do, or you gentlemen do, because you've experienced it and you realize, oh shit, I set myself up for failure. But I think originally, especially when you're just liking a girl, or a woman, you're just trying to show her you like her as much as possible. And so you guys make a great point about that. But what do I do if I'm just coming into a relationship? I'm really liking this woman, and I just want to show her that I like her, right? And I'm doing whatever I can. I'm going to the park. I don't even like the park. I'm going. I'm taking her bowling. I'm taking her to bowling, but I don't even like bowling. It's definitely a mistake. But what I'm saying is,
she really likes the park, and that's something that she want to do more than just the beginning of y'all relationship.
That first date,
it's gonna be a problem in the next 2 or 3 months. You be like, man, I ain't trying to go to no park. She kind of went with them. That's how we.
You took me to the park.
Right. What's up? Cuz that's you. Okay, I didn't see your name on there. That's what's up.
So for me, stuff like that. Once again, that's still something that could be front loaded.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, look, I'm gonna tell you like this, baby girl. I don't like the park. However, I'm gonna do it for you. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I kind of think that just like, hey, I hate bowling, whatever. Hey, baby. Okay, you know what? I'm a compromise. Okay, we're gonna go bowling this time. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you put that out there, that look, this is out of
Not what I
character
do.
for me.
I like
Right.
that.
It ain't what I do.
See?
Right.
Keep
Okay.
it
I
a
like
buck.
that.
Keep it a buck. And
Yeah.
everything will be cool.
I've done things that I didn't really like doing just because. You know,
I did listen.
instead of just letting it off.
I did front load that.
I don't like doing this. You know what I'm saying?
I front loaded that I don't like the dishes. But guess I do the dishes
Man,
around
cut the
this
hell
motherfucker. I front loaded the shit out of that. I front loaded. If I ain't front loaded shit else, I front loaded that. But I find myself doing dishes a lot more than I should, y'all. Hey, because I front loaded it. I said something about this. Look, my girl always talk about it. I'm just clowning though, but it's a running joke. I don't talk much, but the one thing I did say,
I don't do dishes.
hey, I don't do dishes. Hey, that's the one thing. Hey, I just that's a lot of shit I left out. Hey, but I left that in there, and for somehow, y'all, hey, look, I still do dishes.
You busting studs, So Facebook user says, right, you can't just give her the representative, and then it's all downhill. Yes, I call him the representative.
Yeah. yeah, exactly.
Facts.
So I got and you guys tell me what you think as far as these the balance, how the, you know, as far as these 10 things to help balance, these tips or whatever. One is the partner, one is be with the right partner. You don't want life to affect your career and vice versa. Looking out for the right partner is essential. Y'all agree?
I agree 100%.
Okay.
Yes.
100%.
Two is set healthy boundaries. Regardless of your
know
work
that.
relationship, you need
That should be number one.
Some boundaries. So that should be number one.
Yeah,
that should be number one for real.
And affect each other. For instance, if it's time for you to leave the office and you should stick to it because it's your partners at home. They might expect you from that time. When you are off work, I can't even get it out right. When you're off work days, you can leverage that freedom to bond and partners and leave others pending and non-urgent tasks until you resume. Did y'all get that? So that's that one. What about create time for each other?
That should have been two.
Yeah, that should have been higher up.
It should have been healthy boundaries.
Create time for each other.
Then the number one. Then the one you just read.
That's just how I feel. Is that like a main? And I'm just asking you guys. Don't come at me for it. But is that a main issue for women? Is creating that time for each other, or is it also both? With the male, do we trip off like that? The time?
Yes, I do. I didn't really. It's funny you fucking said that. I didn't realize as much as I did until my girl got real busy. I probably even told her this. As far as like school, like the attention, you kind of want that attention. You didn't think you do, because men, I think Black Liv said something we've been taught so much doofus shit about our emotions that some shit you go so much not recognize that when you actually look at it, like, damn, that bothered me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it bothered you because men do want attention, right? Just like women. I think men and women are very similar. The only difference is estrogen and masculinity and testosterone. I think that's the only two differences between us. I think we have similar emotions. I think our levels of masculinity could be different, right? I think our levels of femininity could be different, right? I think that we're very similar in the things but the difference is that men can't voice that shit. You know what I'm saying? And we don't talk about it and we don't address that shit. But absolutely, I think that men crave a lot of the things that women crave, bro. And I think that's what's happening in relationships now. Is a lot of men are waking up and saying that, and a lot of women don't know how to take that shit because they're not used to men expressing themselves in that way.
Okay. What about supporting your partner in their career path?
For sure. For sure.
I think basically that's kind of what I was saying earlier. Whatever. It's kind of like I can't. I'm definitely not going to be with nobody if we can't, support each other in our career path. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of probably what I look for mainly these days.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I definitely have to have someone that understands what I'm doing, that's basically supportive of what I'm doing, and have a career path to where I can definitely be a part. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing this 12 hours a day or whatever, I need to be with somebody that don't need as much, but still getting a significant and a strong amount of time for them to do what they need to have. You know what I'm saying?
As long as you're 50 years old trying to be a rapper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about,
we say Angela.
You know I never been a friend of you.
Right. Okay. The next one is making decisions together.
Yeah, I'm learning that.
Definitely.
That's a big one. It's huge.
All right, here go a real
I
big
think
one.
the bottom half should have been up top, but go ahead.
Split the household duties.
Yeah, I'm learning. Depending on now that one for me, and I don't know about for you, Black Lip. That's based on your relationship, I think. Right? I think that's individual. Each relationship is different because splitting the duties may be different things. It may not be just splitting the house duties, the dishes. I may not like dishes, which I don't. I'm still doing them. I said that twice, y'all. Remember, I'm saying it. But no, I don't like doing dishes. I'm still doing them, but compromising because I support her on what she does, right? And I know that she's going to school, and I know she got 2 jobs, so I have to pick up on my end, even though I don't like to do the dishes. I gotta help compromise, and so that's what I mean by working for us. She was running and doing a lot of things. I didn't really like how she folded clothes anyway, so I picked up. I wash clothes on Sundays, right? That's my thing. But it was a big part of it. The number one reason was that I wanted to show her that I'm here to help her too. And I'm okay with splitting the duties or picking up wherever she needs me and vice versa. So I think that it's not necessarily splitting the duties. I think it's picking up wherever one is lacking.
Yeah. When partners is in a relationship and misunderstand household duty, is it? It is because they have not created a system that favors both parties, and it can be frustrating coming back home to see, duties undone.
So I'll be honest.
What about you?
Me?
Because you're at home all day.
Yeah.
Well, your wife, neither one of you guys are working right now.
No, she works from home.
Oh, okay.
She works from home.
Yeah.
She works from home and she's going to school.
Yeah, she a clinical
psychologist.
Clinical psychologist, right? Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah.
So and she's working on her master's. But so I'll be honest, I cook 90% of the time.
Okay.
I like today, I wash dishes. When I'm done here, I'm going to cook, and I did the laundry today.
So
because I don't have a job.
But is that a given? Is that how y'all, communicate? This is what I'm gonna do. This is what or you just do it.
I just do it. But we do have that understanding that we split we split the stuff. But for the most part, like I said, I feel like it's my responsibility to do more of that stuff because of what she's doing.
Yeah, and see, like I go back to what I was saying, right? It just fits y'all, right?
Yes.
That particular that fits y'all. Him doing him doing 90% of the time, right? And what's great about it is that's the team. Just to kind of piggyback off what we were supposed to be talking about anyway, that's what makes a relationship work, right? That's the definition of a true relationship because he understands what she's doing, she understands what he's doing, and then they meeting in the middle and they compromising, right? He's busting down the suds. He said, I'm going to go do dinner right after this. Matter of fact, hurry y'all asses up. I got to cook. But it may not work for a man who work full time and he want his girl to cook and vice versa, or not good at it. So it's also learning who's good at what. Also, that's what makes a great partnership and understanding who. In our house, the fortunate side of it is that We both do know how to cook. We both clean well. You know what I'm saying? So we both kind of are very domesticated. I don't like to tell people that. She's probably the only one of the first women I ever told that I am domesticated or show that I'm domesticated. So it works for us. But it's some men that ain't domesticated, right? It's some women that's not domesticated.
Sure.
Do you leave them or do you end the relationship? Because, you know what I mean? It still takes for you to meet in the middle and compromise and have that conversation and in the middle. Exactly. And so it varies. It definitely varies between couples.
Okay.
Good shit, Black Lift.
All right. So what about be ready to apologize and also forgive?
That's probably the hardest.
That is number one, the hardest shit for me.
That's probably the hardest, Black
Lift. I can forgive, but I ain't apologizing for shit because I was right.
For shit, I was right for sure, Black Lift. Oh man.
So, and you guys are in the relationship for a while. So, are you trying to tell me that you're the type of person that's just always right?
I'm prideful, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm prideful. I know I ain't always right,
look,
but I am.
I'm not telling you that, but I think so.
But I think so. No, for real. No, for real.
I know, fat boy. What you say? You said. What'd you say? You said I'm prideful.
Hey, I'm prideful.
I ain't
always right, but I am though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't always right, but I am though. Like, it's some right in there. Like you gonna listen to my right. It's something. It's somewhere in there. It may not be in the forefront. It may not be front loaded, but it's definitely on the back end.
Well, how do y'all handle that? Us as being men. How do you handle
all jokes aside? That's probably the toughest thing that I deal with.
That masculinity of being right. You know, sometimes we just we think we're right because we're the masculine one or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And what I say is law type of thing or whatever. You know, how do you or do you ever apologize or why wouldn't you apologize if you know that you're wrong?
Oh, I have to apologize all the time.
So yes, I do apologize. However, where we fall on our issues is nuance. And what I mean by nuance is, okay, when I say something, but when I say something, I'm right for me. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
No, I'm serious.
No. Because everything is subjective.
You can't tell me how I feel. So I'm right for me. So why the hell am I apologizing for something that's the way I feel?
Absolutely.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes I'm forced to apologize because you know what? Just because I'm right for me doesn't mean I'm right for you.
I mean, you're right.
So,
right.
So that's when you hit them with. That's when you hit them with. I'm sorry, you feel that way.
But see, this is what I'm learning. This is what I'm learning, and I kind of learned this in therapy.
Exactly. I'm
because
sorry.
What happens is when you say that I'm sorry you feel that way, what you're doing is you're in some way you're neglecting how they truly feel because you're still being prideful on how
I don't
you
do
feel.
that. Yeah.
I
don't do that because you're right. When you say it like that, you minimize their feelings.
Minimize their feelings, right?
I'm not trying to minimize your feelings, but damn it, I'm right.
But I'm right.
I'm right for me. Yeah, I'm right for me.
I'm with you. Hey, how I feel, I'm right. I totally agree. But what I've learned
how you gonna tell me how I feel?
I'm right. No, for real. How you gonna tell me that how I'm feeling? Like you said, like
you may disagree. You may disagree, but I'm right. That's the way I feel.
That's how I feel. But how I feel is impacting you. Yes. I apologize for that.
Yes, I will say I'm sorry.
So last one, fellas. Last one. And I wanted to get this one to Lift because he's been married for so long and been through it. Do you guys still set goals together? Being that you guys been together for a long time, do y'all still set goals together?
Yes, and we hit them. Just like I told you, you asked me before. Like you asked me, well, I think you asked me last week after.
I'm telling you what I asked you before, man. Just answer my question.
Yes, because like I said, our goals were to have a house. We built our house. Okay, we got the vehicles that we got. Our next goal is to buy the land,
The land,
That's
right?
that's
For
that's
the family
actually
compound, right?
coming. That's coming next year. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to start working on some of the little credit nuances we need. I'm working on that tomorrow. So we can get the land. So yes, we have goals and we set goals. And so far, we've met every single goal because that's what it means to have a true partner.
Yeah.
Don't that feel
I
good?
was married 29 years and didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out.
That's what I'm asking. That's why I'm saying to you now. Don't that feel good?
Yes.
No, that part of it do. I agree.
Yes.
That feels good.
That,
I mean,
I ain't
that's
gonna lie to you.
you know what?
That's what keep the ego. That's what keep. I ain't gonna lie. That's what keep the pride and ego in check. Because I definitely am a better man with it.
That's what keeps the.
Because sometimes I be willing to get out of here. But
listen, if you got serious goals or whatever, and you guys are real on it, and y'all working towards those, and then especially when you had some that has been successful at, then you know that you're gonna get there. You don't have time for BS.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have time for lack of communication. You don't have time for, misunderstandings. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be a whole communication throughout this whole process because y'all going somewhere.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
agree.
I mean?
I
And
agree.
that's what I love, and that's pretty much what I want. I want somebody that knows that we're going somewhere and understand or whatever, and then hit that first ladder, go to the next ladder, go to the next ladder. You know what I'm saying? Not just come in like, oh, we're just gonna travel. Okay, well, how are we gonna do that?
No, for real though.
Okay, so I ain't gonna lie to y'all. One thing about my woman, I don't have to worry about a lot of that kind of shit. Like, she definitely gonna go get some damn money and go be about it and shit like that. So I don't never really have to worry about that. It's always the emotional side for me because I'm still new to it. Like you say, just
so goals in emotional side
and goals in emotional, but with us setting goals that's what we do all day. We planning a trip. We going on vacation next year. Every week or every month is a constant goal for the house. A new ceiling fan, new table and I was joking and clowning, but that's really all jokes aside that's kind of what make you stand in there and fight. Because a lot of times my pride get a hold of me, or a lot of times my feelings get a hold of me, and I be ready to leave. You know what I'm saying? But then I look around at what I've built, right? And you see what you built, but then you look and see I got a real teammate.
Yeah,
I got somebody I can count on.
Yeah.
And that shit, and from my PTSD, I know that shit rare. It's like finding a unicorn out this motherfucker.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, or a leprechaun with a small pot of me gold. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the shit you liable to get lucky before you find it. But so I look around and I see that, and that keeps you firm. That keeps me. It's the real reason why, and I kind of told her it's the real reason why I do work as hard. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I got a partner and I can't let her down.
That part.
But it's like I told you before, man. Everybody is brought into your life for either a lesson or a blessing.
You
feel me?
Oh, yeah.
And so my first wife was the lesson of what not to do. And so because I learned that lesson, I got my blessing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, both of you guys are blessed. You know what I'm saying? And I hope some of that rub off on me when it comes to relationship. So if y'all guys out, ladies out there, if y'all hearing me, you know what I mean? I need some lessons, not no lessons.
This man Phil is throwing his shots out there today.
Just now getting in, man, talking about facts. That's what's up. So what happened?
Pop said, great show, fellas.
Yeah,
nice.
And Shell said, what happened if goals are not met? We're gonna answer this last one, you guys, and we're gonna get out of here. If goals are not met,
communicate.
Sometimes, yeah, when goals are not met, is mainly communication as to when can we, because some things happens, say some emergency in the family or something where you had to take money and help with somebody and do something and you didn't have the money in time for whatever goal it is, you know what I'm saying? But that person knows that. You see what I'm saying? You're a hold or whatever, and y'all have that communication or whatever. I'm talking as if I know, as you should be asking them, really, because they're the ones.
So I agree. Like I said, I'll keep it a buck. I have no idea because I've met every single goal that we had. And the point is that even when you have a goal, don't constrain yourself to a time frame.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
there it is.
If you
I think
have a
that's
goal
what it
to
is.
buy a house, shit, it could happen in 6 months or it could happen in 2
It
years.
happens in 6 years. Or
But
exactly.
that
Yeah,
goal,
right, yeah.
all your goals can still be met.
Yeah.
You don't have to put a stopwatch, sundial, a clock, nothing on your goals. Your goals should be
I just
your
had to
goals.
tell myself that the other night. I just last night I just told myself
Yes,
that.
your goals
You
should be your
gotta stop.
goals.
You gotta walk. You can't run down and fuck one. You got to walk down and
do
fuck
them
them all.
all. Yeah, do them
You
all.
got to walk. You got to walk this thing out. I kept telling myself,
yes,
you got to walk goals out, and I'm in agreement
because
with you.
because what happens
guys-
when you put that added pressure on yourself, that's just going to discourage you even more. That's going to make you want to give up. That's going to make you want
the
to
obstacles
stop.
are there.
That's basically
That's
where it is.
facts.
That's where it is with me when it comes to this business. When it comes to this Fired Up broadcasting,
Right.
man, it's kind of like at first, and Fat Boy can contest. I wanted things quick. I wanted you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then I had to get in the mindset or whatever, to have a goal or whatever, and take my time or whatever, and not pressure myself behind it or whatever. And that's just a single goal for me because I'm not with someone, of course. But you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I know where we can go.
Down. Yeah, you got to walk it down.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
You
And
can't
as y'all
run
can
to
see,
it.
yeah, and as you guys can see, and y'all watching the views and stuff like that, our views are going up. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not going as probably as fast as we wanted to, but it's getting there because people are starting to recognize, people are starting to understand. You know what I'm saying? And love the show, whatever. Thanks again, Rob, and who's that? Create. Wait a minute, I missed one.
Rob,
real quick.
it creates unnecessary stresses.
Absolutely.
That part, exactly.
I agree, Rob.
Yeah.
What's up, Jack?
Man, man, you get like as usual, dog. We done it again. We did it again. I mean, yeah, we got some good footage coming up to y'all on these shorts. You know what I'm saying? Sounds like a vision board. LOL. Remember that show? Oh,
yes, I do remember that show, and I still, hey Heather, I still do. I still have to do that actually.
Rising to the top.
That's
Yes,
actually, I'm gonna do that actually one of these weekends. I'm gonna do one with my girl. I'm gonna go get some bottles of wine, and we're gonna do a vision board party.
And speaking of that too, yeah, because I told you, and I got everything when I moved here to Cali. I got everything I had or whatever, and of course, then I let it go for whatever reasons. But still, I got everything on that board, and didn't even realize it until after. I was like, "Damn, I had everything that I said I was gonna get." But I need to make a new one, just like you said, Fat Boy. Make a new vision board. That's the goal. We'll talk about that again another time. Sounds like a vision. Oh yeah, okay. Keep right to that. Okay, we good. All right.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys tapping in. Heather, you're late, and I would like that. Don't be late no more. No, I'm just teasing.
Yeah, Heather, make sure you on time now, Miss Palmer.
Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys and all that good stuff, especially if you're on Facebook, share it and whatever. And we got a lot more, to talk about next time. So, what you got, Fat Boy?
That's it, man. Make sure y'all see y'all dear brothers and dear sisters. I'm gonna come hunt y'all down one of these days. Miss Palmer, can you send us a dear brother, dear sister? Ask the brother something. Ask this dear brother something, man. Ask us. We waiting on y'all. Make sure you send a clip no longer than a minute, video or audio, to firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com. That's firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com. And I want to say, I want to thank, of course, the gentlemen, as always, fellas. I appreciate y'all doing y'all shit as usual. Audience, the comments, man, every week, man, I was looking and I'm like, but as soon as I thought y'all wasn't there, y'all popped in there. So I appreciate y'all every time. And thank y'all, man. Another great week of episodes. And next week, we got another one for y'all.
What you got, Woody?
The usual. Hey, everybody tell 2 friends, get them to tell 2 friends, get them to tell 2 friends. We need y'all. We love y'all. Get more people in here. Fat Boy Fuel, as always, another fire show. I appreciate y'all, and let's keep it growing.
Let's keep it going.
That's what's up. And once again, remember, if they talking about you behind your back,
they're behind you for a reason.
Peace.
Peace. We had a delay somewhere in there. It just felt like a delay somewhere.
It was a delay.
It was a delay.
Somewhere.
Yeah, you was in the.
All our illusions will get the parade. and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We say no.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to do it unless I had it. And remember, if they're talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason. Peace.